So why did you eat chicken Alfredo for breakfast? Or why are you about to?
because there's no other option.
Okay. Okay. Interesting choice. Interesting thing
It's also
happened.
like 4 p.m., so
That's
why wouldn't I eat dinner?
that's fair. That's definitely fair. This is a great way to start the podcast. 'Cause that's wild. That's honestly wild. So you're not one of those folks. Okay, if there are more options in the pantry, are you one of those folks who like has to? You don't have to eat breakfast food the first thing you wake up.
No,
No.
definitely not.
Oh, I have to. Do you like breakfast food?
Yeah,
Oh.
like good bacon and eggs.
Oh, work. Okay. Just curious. We have with us royalty today. Absolute royalty. And I am I am just so honored because she's just like a fierce fierce queen. I don't know how else to put it. We have with us 2023's best new member, Gloria. Gloria, how are you doing?
Tired. Didn't wake up until like 3 hours ago.
That's great. Took us a minute to get this done, but we finally are here because
Yep.
I need to know all about just the majesty, the gloriousness of Gloria. Um, First question, very first question. When I find it, how do I not know my questions by this point? What's your favorite part about New Hell City?
Say the TTRPG community.
Oh, okay, all right. And now, what is your favorite channel?
Human politics.
Interesting. Can you just tell us why? I'm curious because that used to be a not popular channel.
I I'm a political science nerd, so I like talking about it.
Oh, I love that. I
So
love that. Excuse me. Really important question. Do I look gorgeous today? There's a
I
long pause
s-
happening. Long pause.
trying to say which way I say yes.
Oh, okay, okay. See, I like that. See. Everyone take notes. That's how you answer that question. Okay? Deserved a long pause because she was trying to figure out what beautiful words to describe me. Like like
Yes with
tantalizing.
50% certainty.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever that means. You know what I mean? Whatever that means. Um, Gloria, what does your New Hell City apartment look like these days? I don't know how many hellies you have in total. I think you're at.
Like two or three, not
Is
much.
it really only two or three?
Pretty sure.
How have y'all failed, Gloria? How dare you? Gloria should
Yep,
have
I've
hundreds of
got
hellies.
three.
Three hellies. So this is
One from last year, two from well, one from 23, two from 24.
okay. So that's like a very small studio apartment in New Hell City. What does it look
Yeah.
like?
Not much. Good desk setup,
Good
PC,
desk.
pantry full of snacks. That's about it. All I really need.
I love that it's
Don't
just
need a TV or anything.
an empty room with a desk in the corner and stacks in the other corner.
Pretty
Work.
much.
Honestly, work. Um, very quick question, very easy or very difficult. I don't know. Or let's talk about the cryptids. Is there any way to stop the cryptids?
Continuing research on them is all you can really do,
There it is.
especially if you don't know much about them.
There it is. Shout out to the researcher, current researcher, I'm a kitten. Let's talk about your entire Helly's journey, starting in 2020 of the threes. Um, in 20, I just typed in 2023. How stupid. Um, in 2023, you were nominated for 6 Helly Awards. And your first one was for NHC Best NHC Tabletop Character, Alexander from Rise of the Runelords. Can you tell everyone what Alexander was all about and
Oh,
is all about?
so yeah, so he's still an ongoing character. His story's not finished. Well, might be. Depends on if Colonel actually decides to do the other campaigns. But he is a Rune Lord of Pride, and I can't go too much into details on that because there are still story spoilers there. But his entire shtick is trying to just learn more about ancient Thassalon, what they were about, and how to kind of remantle them, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does. I will say that Alexander is one of the first times I've ever heard a character talked about so much from a TTRPG that was not what I was in. And I was like, oh my goodness, Alexander's like really, really doing the things. So I remember Colonel being like, I remember I was asking Colonel, I was like, you look at the TTRPG section, who do you think is like giving the best character? And without question, he was like, Alexander, it's Alexander, it's Alexander. So I don't know if he's biased, but you know, there you
Oh,
go.
he is. I call him the father of the character. So,
I love it. Um, it was a stacked cast. You're up against characters from Echoes of the Past, Justice in Chains, Occult and Wizardry Law Enforcement, Terminus of Freedom, The Beginnings, Villains of La Liga. You ended up losing to myself and Swift. I'm sorry. Honestly, and you know what, Gloria? I will legitimately apologize to you because while I love my character from Occult, she already won in 2022, and she shouldn't have won in 2023.
mm,
And I will let you have that. You know, I don't often say that I shouldn't deserve a heli, but that one I didn't need. But um, you still got some votes. So Alexander was. What is the decision to not have the E in Alexander?
typo.
Are you serious?
Yep. I didn't press the in time when I pressed the R, and I just rolled with it.
That's so fierce. I love it. Thank you for that. You were you were not. First of all, and another thing to say is that it's very rare that a new member gets nominated for best character, tabletop or role play. So like, congratulations on that, by the way. Um,
Yeah.
so best NHC tabletop cast, you're nominated for Rise of the Runelords and Iron Gods. Now, explain your character in Iron Gods. We'll start with that.
So he was a dwarf paladin of the deity Torag, which is just the dwarf god of the forge in the home. Um, and his entire thing was messing with Colonel by creating a ridiculous build. Yep, hammer time. His entire thing was throwing hammers at Colonel's enemies
That
that he threw
works.
at us.
That very much works. So you were up against Owls, Occult and Wizardry Law Enforcement, Justice in Chains, Below the Kingdom, Echoes of the Past, The Beginnings, and Kingmaker. Now, my question is, now you didn't win. Justice in Chains won. Um, but which of your two, first of all, which of the two casts were you of that you were a part of, were you hoping would win?
Rise.
Okay,
Iron Gods didn't have enough time to bake.
fair enough. And I guess I know the answer to this next question. I was going to say, which did you think would win?
Rise.
There you go. Sometimes those answers are different. Sometimes folks are like different. And now,
Yep,
final
fair enough.
question is: which of these do you think got more votes? Iron Gods or Rise?
Rise.
You're correct. You were correct. Iron. I'm sorry. They were back to back, but I believe Rise got one, two. Rise got third place. Rise was in third place, and Iron Gods was in fourth place. So not bad. Yeah, Rise of the Rune Lords had Amakin, Dio, Pancake, Gloria, Onyx, and Taurazid. Well, Iron Gods had Amakin, Dio, Pancake, Gloria, Wire Cake Games, and Skelebro. Ugh, my old campaign partner, Skelebro. Love him. Anyway, so you didn't get a heli for those, but you're also nominated for Best NHC Tabletop Long and Short Form Campaign. Now, this is even rare. Now, I talked about earlier how it's rare that Hellions come in and have an iconic character, but it's even rarer that a new Hellion gets nominated for the next two awards that Gloria was nominated for. But we're going to start with campaign. Tell us about Kingmaker.
Mhm. So,
not.
sorry, I was in the middle of grabbing a bite.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I thought you were making a
so
judgment.
no, so Kingmaker is all about establishing your own kingdom, making king, or it's a play on the title, and it starts off with you in a siege, you're in a mansion under siege, and when you break out of there, you're rewarded with the right to go kill a bandit lord and take over his land as your own.
Okay.
Right at that point, by the time voting was occurring, I believe we were just starting to get to the point of getting toward the bandit lord. So after that, and yeah, so far they're in the middle of building the kingdom. They're making good progress right now.
Nice. Very, very nice. You were up against Owls, Justice in Chains, Echoes of the Past, Villains of La Liga, The Beginnings. This is a pretty stacked cast. I mean, stacked
Mhm.
nominee list. Um, and you lost against another tie between Occult and Echoes. How did it feel to lose to Colonel? It's embarrassing, isn't it? Like
No, he
it's.
deserved it.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, I thought we were gonna make fun of Colonel. That's fine. Um,
No, I
so
do that all the time. He deserves some niceties for the first time in his life and the
should we?
last.
The last. Um, let's see. So here's a fun game I like to play. Out of the six nominees, where do you think Kingmaker placed on the list of votes?
Say like fourth or fifth.
Kingmaker got second place.
Damn.
So there you go. It
I
was
okay.
3 votes away from winning. So there you go, or tying with the
Damn.
win. There you go.
I don't know why y'all vote for that, but okay.
You were also nominated for Game Master of the Year, which is also a pretty rare thing for a new member to be nominated for, up against Colonel, Dio, Kitten, Nalum, Pancake. Ooh, that's a tough list of nominees. How did you feel being a game master this year? How did you settle into NHC TTRPG?
So I felt like I settled in pretty well.
Yeah.
Mind you, the player list I have is also the same group I play with here, so
What else?
that made the transition a lot easier. I still learning a lot. That's just because I have a lot of self-doubt issues with it, but having fun with it. So
Well, once again, like you come very highly. People have very nice things to say about you, Gloria. I don't know what to tell you, but like everyone's always very complimentary of your DM style and your world building skills. So I mean, take
thank
that
you.
with what you will. Um, and speaking of which, I'm going to ask you again. Six nominees. Where do you think you place behind Colonel?
Fourth or third.
You were second place.
Jesus.
You were behind Colonel by
You
two
people,
votes.
you people need to recalibrate your tastes.
2 votes. We love to see it. You were finally nominated for the biggest award of the night, which is Best New Member. Now, this was such an interesting race, and I've talked about this ad nauseum, but perhaps the Hellions have not remembered this. But the nominees were Siva, Nikki, Helena, Rune Draconic, Gloria, Onyx, Diesel, Caramel Macchiato, Ivy, Darling, and the famous guy who gets no girls. It's their shortest, I think our shortest, oh, second shortest list because 2019 was pretty short. Second shortest list ever. And when we did the votes, it's one of those years where we couldn't figure out who was going to do it because usually it's pretty obvious who the best new member is, but this year it was probably the hardest vote yet, and um, it was looking like it was literally every other day. It was either Rune Draconic, Gloria, or Onyx, and Rune Draconic had sort of pretty much reshaped the landscape of roleplay by adding in threads and all the stuff. And Rune kind of came in very early. Um, Onyx was also coming and doing TTRPG stuff, and then Gloria, of course, was doing TTRPG stuff. And it was looking like it was going to be a three-way tie up until the last day when Gloria got one more vote and was crowned our best member of 2023. How did that feel? That everyone loves you? Or
Genuine surprise.
I love that.
Um, I just like I didn't interact with much of the community. I think Coda, Colonel, Geo, Onyx were really the only four people I regularly interacted with.
Hmm.
So sitting here like, how the hell did I win this when I barely interacted with people? You know?
But you know what's kind of fierce is that like it was almost like you kind of had to guess who would be here more like after they won. And what's kind of amazing is that after you won, you've now like you're now everywhere. And
Yeah.
so we kind of like hitched our bets on the right horse. Like cuz I mean no shade to Rune and Onyx, we don't see them very often anymore. But like you've just like really taken off and you're in other channels that we've never seen you in before. So like I think we made the right decision. Is all I'm saying. I think we made the right decision. So you took home our most iconic award and honestly hardest award to win. So now we'll move on to your 2024 Hellies, in which you were, I think that you doubled your nominations. You had 12.
Mhm.
So you were nominated for Awesome Activist because you started getting into the politics section. Now, I was going to ask why you did, but you told me that you have a whole fucking degree in it. So that makes sense. How has it been in the politics of it all in New Hell City?
Depressing, but also uplifting at the same time.
That's good. How do you do? So we've had a couple folks in there come in, not for long, and give like wildly opposing views. How do you deal with that? Because a lot of folks hate that channel, by the way. Like a lot of folks will not enter that channel, but you seem very cool
So
about it.
I've only had the one that we had recently, like a week or two ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I will admit it was absolutely fun, just dunking on that dude.
I love it. I think
Like,
that's the
no
attitude to
offense
have.
to anybody. No offense with anybody with those viewpoints. It was more just the way he was acting was why I wanted to dunk on him so much.
Oh yeah, it was not. We had like a. Sometimes like I feel like we need to divide Trumpers into like troll Trumpers and actual Trumpers. There's some people who are literally just like they voted for him because he they're like they just want to be contrarians, and like those
Mm-hmm.
are people who are hard to talk to, and but there are people who are like very 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 serious about it, and I kind of almost low-key respect them more because at least they're stand by it. I'm like, okay, but the troll folks, I just
Yeah,
but
but they can be
yeah.
fun some days.
It can be. Clearly, you're having fun with it, which is great. And I love that you source articles from all different kinds of places, and you post articles, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's like I like your work in there, and I mean,
Yeah.
you have a degree in it. You're like very. It's. I think the whole point of the channel that we're trying to have was like having intelligent conversations about what's going on in the world, and
Mhm.
it was hard for us to get a footing of like folks who knew what they were talking about. So it was all sort of like reactionary emotional stuff, which is like that's all fine and well and good, but like we need to talk about the facts. So I just appreciate you like throwing some facts, which is nice.
Yeah, of course.
You're nominated against Nep Spartan, Swiftcut Lassie, LAQ, Devon Warlord, Sad Burb, Wired Vex, Consistently Depressed, Hamikaze, and Daisy. You lost to Hamikaze, but yeah, I think that was another one that was going to be a three-way tie. I think it's between you, Hamikaze, and Daisy. I think something like that. Um, I might be wrong about that. Let me double check. Something like something like that. Yes. So with that little spoiler information, 10 spots. Where do you think you placed?
Say probably fourth or third.
Third. There you go. You're right. You're behind Consistently Depressed. Nice job. And Hamikaze, of course. You were also nominated for Best Scenic Screenshot. Ooh, I should have been prepared for this, but let me find it. From Kerbal Space Program. Do you remember this piece?
I do.
Okay, tell
Pierce in
us.
the Heavens, I believe, is what I named it.
That's right. You tell us about it while I pull it up for the folks
So
here.
I just happened to have a mood to want to play a tiny bit of Kerbal Space Programs. So I went, got some graphics mods, made it look all pretty. And then when I went to try and go to orbit for the first time in probably 3 years, I happened to angle the camera in a really nice way to kind of have the sun over the horizon of the planet and just create what I thought was a very beautiful piece. So thought I'd share.
I think you did.
I think it
Um,
was you that nominated it.
yes,
So
yes, I did.
apparently it
Folks,
was beautiful.
y'all do not nominate screenshots enough, by the way. Just saying, nominate more screenshots, even including your own. You were up against screenshots from Prince of Persia, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Honkai Star Rail, a lot of those for some reason. Metro Last Light, we had a Roblox one in there, and Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga. You ended up losing to one of them, a record-breaking three-way tie between myself, Devin, and Minnie.
Yep.
But where do you think Pierce the Heavens placed? So there
How many
was
screenshots were
yeah, there's 8 screenshots and 3 winners.
Probably
So,
6.
so actually, you were second,
Oh,
second place. Yeah. So technically, so when I say that, I mean I'm counting the three-way win as one place.
yep. Okay, yep. That
So
makes sense.
second place. Um, let's see. You also, and this is now my favorite part, best tabletop character. You finally won with Alexander, which was really fun.
Hmm.
Now my question is, do you think Alexander deserved it more in 2024 or 2023?
24.
Okay.
23, he was a very bland, and not bland, not saying he was bland, but he wasn't developed, right? Colonel and I, we couldn't really do many of the story beats that we'd wanted at the time because the story just wasn't there yet.
Right.
But with 24, when we started getting to the second half of the campaign, we're starting to really see the stuff that's relevant to his story. That's when he started to develop, and that's we've actually started planting the seeds of the story. So it's like it's not completely under wraps now. Like the seeds are there for what's going to happen.
Nice.
So
You were also in another three-way tie. I don't know why we had so many three-way ties this past Hellies and why it was this was the first year we had them,
just that
but
many iconic characters.
apparently so it was like so it was you and you won with Colonel, which I thought was so cute.
Hmm.
Colonel Winifred of House of Pooh the Third from Wrath of the Righteous, and Vosamri Jadehelm from Tales of Birdos from Elflafa. That was pretty cool. And you there was 23 nominees, so it was kind of a
Damn.
stacked list. But it was really really cool that you won for Alexander. That felt very correct.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Um, you were also nominated for Best Tabletop Cast. You had three this time. You were in Rise of the Rune Lords, Mahushoju Kagurame, and Calamity Reborn. So tell us about your character in MSK.
Oh, that would be Manny. She's probably my second favorite character purely because Alexander is too developed not to be my favorite. Um, she was a necromancer that kind of became a magical girl because uh I think it was the I forget what they're called now, the Aeons needed people, so they just randomly plucked souls nearby, and she was one of them.
Very cool.
And she kind of fell into this group with everybody, slowly starting to really develop her own character, her own kind of identity in them, ultimately culminating in, I think it was last month with the finale of the campaign.
Oh yes.
So I
So,
absolutely loved playing her. I do miss her.
oh, can she come back in any iteration?
She she will be. I'm not gonna say much because I'm gonna leave
Okay.
that for Dio, but she will be coming back in some way.
Okay. Okay. I'm excited. Um. So, and then tell us about your character in Calamity Reborn.
That would be Alika. Actually, there's two characters. There was Chain, who I then retired for Alika. Um, because I just wasn't enjoying Chain, so I shift. Yep, Link. So I shifted into Alika, which they are a um. I call them a Sable Marine because that's the archetype they're based off of, but basically they're a ranger intended for long range combat. Like I'm talking about a quarter mile away, and they'll be hitting you with no penalty.
That's great. That's very useful, honestly.
Hmm.
Um, that's amazing. So you ended up winning your second heli for best tabletop cast, which means that Gloria is half. Oh wait, 2/3. Wait, no, 2/5 of the way to winning every single TTRPG heli, which I'm betting that this is going to happen, probably within the next 2 years. You have to. I've never seen you do a one shot before. That's the only
Yeah,
thing we
I
need to get into.
I've got plans for them, so
Yes. Okay, I got to join
it's
that.
just a matter of finding the time.
Okay, I will. I want to join that one shot because I need to know.
Yep.
I need to know. Okay, so you end up winning for Rise of the Rune Lords, of course. Do you think? Here's a great question. Do you think Rise of the Rune Lords deserved best tabletop cast this year over the previous year? This year being 2024 over the
Over
previous year.
previous year, definitely.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. You won your second heli, and then my second question is, out of MSK and Calamity Reborn, what do you think had more votes?
Kagurame. I
Yep. hmm
think it's just
Here's
more of an iconic game.
here's what's crazy. Calamity Reborn got no votes. No one voted for Calamity Reborn. Rude. Very
I'm
rude.
not. I mean, it is, but like, I'm not too surprised because half of us, we were voting for Kagurame or Rise because to us those were more iconic games, and then the other half, I think Daisy and Mia especially, they would be voting for like Bird Dusk and other campaigns that they
That's
were a
true.
part of.
That's true. Yes, so there was a tie between Tales of Berdusk and Rise of the Rune Lords, which is very cool. What I'm loving about the TTRPG space in NHC is that a lot more new folks are coming up in the ranks. I think just this is sort of the vibe in general with the Hellies is that like it's not about tenure, and like I think in previous years it sort of was about tenure, like how long folks voted for folks they knew, and I was like, I just love that it's a lot more diverse. Um,
Mhm.
so you were nominated once again for Kingmaker for long and short form campaign. Um, did you enjoy making Kingmaker in 2024 more than last year, the previous year? Uh-oh.
No, that's an excellent question. You know what I love about this country?
What?
It's the fact that you can ask questions like that.
That's yeah.
No, to answer seriously, kind of. We've been getting to the more parts I find enjoyable, which is the kingdom creation, but at the same time, I've also been struggling with it just because it's so slow now.
Yeah.
Like we've finished the first part of the action parts, now we're in the kind of like the interim between them. So
Gotcha.
it's just a matter of getting back to the bit more fast-paced stuff.
Gotcha. Are there? Is it gonna end this year? Do you think or no?
Doubt it.
I love it.
It's a 11 chapter book, and in the past year we've gotten through 4 of them.
Damn, Kingmaker might be. I think, and I'm actually staking this claim now. I think Kingmaker is going to be a longest running TTRPG of all time. I think it's gonna be.
It it depends on how long the current longest one's been.
I think I don't know. Kitten might be able to answer this better than I will, but I think like the current like it has to be one because a lot of them have taken breaks and like significant breaks, not like a couple months or whatever. Been like, oh, we're pausing
Right.
the campaign. But I think probably the longest one. I don't know. I think they've all like kind of. They usually cap out around no more than 2 years. Um, yeah, I can't really think of anything beyond 2 years. Like one of Nalam's, maybe. I don't know. It's interesting. I'll have to think about that. But I would love to see Kingmaker just be nominated every single year. That would be kind of fierce. I kind of would love it if it never won, but we do need you to win, and folks are predicting you're going to be a winner this year, so we'll see. Um,
I don't think it'll be for Kingmaker, but I'm hoping for Wrath. So
oh, fair enough. Um, oh yeah, didn't you? So did Wrath start in 2024? It must have, right?
it did, yeah. Started
Okay,
in the summer.
okay. Because Kingmaker ended up. Oh, we talked about this because you had a folder, Kingmaker and Wrath, and Kingmaker won, and you were like, "Why did Kingmaker win?
hmm
Why did you feel that way?"
I personally have the belief that the Wrath story is just so much better.
That's fair.
Um, Nothing against Kingmaker. It's just better pacing, better story beats, kind of better overall theming. So,
That's
but I also do acknowledge that Kingmaker's been going on longer, so people have more memories of it over Wrath. So,
yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Kid just said that I can't think of anything that's been longer than 2 years. Yeah, I don't think so either. Um, so you're also nominated for Game Master of the Year, losing again to Colonel. Now this has to be you. I mean, this has to be a vendetta at this point. Two times, two times. Rude.
he deserves it. He's been making good stories.
God damn it, you're so nice. Fair enough.
Rise has been amazing,
Fair enough. Rise.
or well, was amazing.
Colonel's a very good DM. I do appreciate him as a DM. Yeah. When are we gonna win best one shot, best long form, and best in game master of the year? When are we winning these, Gloria?
Great question. I wouldn't be surprised. Story maybe this year. One shot, probably not this year. Maybe next year. We'll see. Again, depends on time. Hoping in the summer I'll have more time though.
Okay.
So
Okay.
maybe this summer I'll get something going. But though we also do have Colonel's one shot, which I think is more likely to win than whatever I can produce. But we'll see.
Okay. Yeah. I will make this call to all Hellions every time. Please make more one shots. We do not have enough one shots here. Make
No,
more.
I have plenty of ideas for one shots or like those more shorter form campaigns that don't last more than a month or two. So it's just a matter of the time.
Okay. Um,
Colonel stole all the good slots.
you don't join them when I run them. Okay, I'll start joining them. Okay, I'll start joining them. I just don't have time. Yes, I will. I will start joining more one shots. I just need to take a break from RP. It's hard to be an RP unless you wish. Anyway, so we've moved on from that. Oh wait, yes, there we go. Perfect. Now, your next nomination was for best unedited photography piece for a piece called Pause. Do you remember this as I search for it?
Yep, it was a picture of my sister's cat.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm gonna post it in chat now. Please tell us about this wonderful piece of art.
Yeah, I trying to remember when I took. I think it was I was visiting home for winter break. Um, winter. I don't remember if it was winter break last year or if it was shortly after that. But I was visiting home just because I had some downtime. Family wanted me down there for stuff. So I went. I just gotten home. I went to sit on the couch just to rest for a little bit. I was gonna do something with my Tia and my sister just to show them something. I think it was on my Switch. When Pause comes running up, she, starts demanding attention, wanting to cuddle, so I give it to her. I take my hands away because I had to check my phone, and I wanted to also take a picture. And when I went to go take the picture, she was sitting there staring at me like that.
It's insane. I love it. Like, it just, I just love that cats like can't control what their like face looks like, and so it
Mhm.
looks mean. Oh, that's so great. That was fantastic. So now I get the honor of telling you that you have the privilege of losing to every single three-way tie in last year's Ellie's.
Of course.
you there are only three, and you lost to all of them. That's fantastic. Yes, that one went to consistently depressed Sayori and Max, so not bad. Um, your next nomination was for best combined quote with something called "To Colonel." Oh boy, I remember this one actually.
Oh, yep,
I remember this one. I'm gonna post it in chat. I gotta figure out where it is. How did this happen? And why does everyone?
um,
What is this?
so it was. I don't remember I'd have to read it again to remember exact order, but it was basically Colonel put a note to himself in, I think it was the Rise chat, just like, hey, I need to do this thing. Don't forget to do this thing. And then somebody responded to him, yep, it was Pancake. And from there, everybody just hopped on the train.
I what is what is the dog pile on Colonel? I love it, but I just love this. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. There's nothing much to say about it. Everyone just said to Colonel and then just had a message to
Yep.
Colonel. That's really it. I kind of love that. Like, this isn't Colonel's interview, but I do love that Colonel's now become like an iconic member of NHC. It's just like
Yeah.
so funny and
It's
cute.
so fun to make fun of him.
It really is. It really, really is. Um, and let me see. We have you had best level up as well for the scary face. I don't remember this, but I'm assuming it is
I
a.
did the cat smile, the hole in and then the three.
Oh
And then I
yes.
got a level up from, I think it was my Oshawott, got the ability Scary Face. So I responded to it saying that's not a scary face. Or no, it was my person rain, not my Oshawott. Okay.
That's great. That was excellent.
Just good comedic timing.
they always the level of self always
They always
happens
are.
just when you're not expecting it. Yeah, that was pretty funny. And then actually, where do you think the scary face landed? So we had 11 nominees. We had a double win with Sayori Masamoyed. It was between Zozo, Swiftcut Lassie, Alma Kitten, Jesse Dio, Minnie Silver, Luna Wolf, Max Sayori, and Masamoyed. Where do you think the scary face landed?
6 or 7.
Third place.
Jesus.
Third place, not bad. And your final nomination was for the Bringer Award for bringing Best New Member nominee Ella Hugh And I think you brought Ren too. Did you bring Ren?
No, I believe that was Colonel.
Was that Colonel?
Although Colonel and I kind of both participated in that, so
Oh, so I mean, Ren is assigned to you. Colonel's was Monica, but Ren was assigned to you. But
let me check TMs
either way,
because I know for a fact it would be in there.
that's fair. Um, I mean, either way. Yeah, that we love. I don't know
Nope, that was
Ren.
Colonel.
Oh, it was well, you got Colonel's Colonel's pick then, but
Mm,
I've interacted with Elihu a lot. Elihu's really cool.
yeah,
Um, I'm recently interacting with Ren. I think Ren wants to join the RP section, and we very much would like that.
if you need me to bully her, let me know. I got like 3 servers I'm in that can do it in.
Yes, bully her, please, please, because she wanted to. She was like, I was like, oh, check out the RPs, and she's like, actually, I think I want to make my own. I was like, please, would love to join it. So, yes, bully. Um, but you lost to Masa Moyed, who ended up bringing the best new member, which that's fair. When you bring the best new member,
Yeah.
it just is, it's hard not to. And then how was it to hand the crown over to Max? Did you vote for Max? Put you on the spot.
I'm trying to remember. I
There
think
was
Max was one of the two I was going to vote for. I can't remember who the other person was going to be.
there was Max, Ebos, Elihu, Ralm, Offensive P, Monica, Blue, Kirby with the snacks, Red Rojo, Void Baroness, Artemy, Lox, Alucard, Olive, Elflafa, Blue Demon, and Jinx.
I think Max was the one.
Yeah,
I think they came out in the end. Came out in the end in my mind, but
that's
I
fair.
could be mistaken. I'm trying
That's
to remember
fair.
who the second person was that I was between.
Well, Max got 62% of the vote, so if you voted for Max, you were definitely on the winning team. It was like crazy. Monica, so to show you the difference, Max had 62% of the votes. Second place was Monica with 14% of the votes. So it was a big, big old chunk.
Damn.
Um,
Oh, Monica was the other one. Yep,
there
that's
you
who.
go. There you go. So you knew who the top two were. Very good. Um, yeah, that was really fun to see you hand it off to Max. That was really cool.
Yeah,
Um, Now you're 20. Do you have any 2025? Not. Yes, you do, of course.
I
Wow,
think I have Awesome Activist and some GTRPGs that are still ongoing.
you do. So you have also. You're the only nominee for Awesome Activists so far. I just nominated
Although I
some folks today.
believe a couple came in, yeah, recently.
Yeah. Um, what do you feel like about your chances this year?
I feel like they're better. I genuinely believe a big part of why I didn't get it last year is one, I didn't really join the human politics community until right in the last month. But also the reason I got nominated was I was doing the reporting for the election, which became a very depressing affair.
Yeah,
So I
that's,
genuinely don't blame people for creating an association there.
that's
If it,
fair.
I'm not saying it occurred, but if it did occur, I don't blame them.
That's fair. Um, and then we're moving on to your TTRPGs. Kind of the same spread here. So I need to check this, but Alexander from Rise of the Rune Lord is nominated again. I I have to be wrong about this. Um, I think Alexander getting nominated 3 times in a row. You might be at least tied with the top person to do that. I really do think so. I'm like, I can't think of any character that's been nominated 3 years in a row, but I'll have to look at that again. But let's just say that you're a record breaker at this point. I don't know. Do you have any plans for Alexander this year that you can share?
All depends on what Colonel does.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
I mean, I think Dio was or is doing art of Alexander, so I'm hoping to prod them into finishing that.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, we so far we have characters from Tales of Burdusk. We have Rise of the Rune Lords, of course. Wrath of the Righteous, Kingmaker. Um, and yeah, those are the 3 campaigns that we have characters from. Do you think Alexander has a good chance of doing it again, making the win?
Purely out of my characters, 33% chance.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think Manny and Victoria from Dio's Fallout game are also very good contenders with how
Well,
I've already been developing them or did develop them for Manny's case.
well, y'all gotta nominate these characters. I'm just saying, gotta nominate them. Okay. Okay. Very cool. I'm excited about this. You're nominated, of course, for Rise of the Rune Lords for Best NET Tabletop Cast. What do you think your chances are this year?
say it's pretty solid. We had a good send off, so
Yes, 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 yes. I do think that there's. I also might be talking out of my ass again, as I often do. There, for some reason, when a TTRPG ends that year, they have a really good chance of winning Best Cast. Um, Less of a chance of winning Best Campaign, but really good chance of winning Best Cast. Um, yeah, there's something about it.
it's sentimentality.
Sentimentality. Yeah,
Like,
that's right. That's right. See, yeah, so
so.
right now it's up against Wrath of the Righteous and Kingmaker. Um, so I think it's got some pretty good chance. I think every cast has the exact same number of people. One, two, three. I think every cast is some have five. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, you also have a folder for Wrath of the Righteous and Kingmaker. Which of those do you want to get the official nomination for best campaign?
Wrath.
Wrath.
At
Okay.
least right now, yeah.
Wrath. Okay.
I said I genuinely believe it's the better story, better characters, everything. So,
Okay. All right. Well,
but that's just me.
y'all know what to do come voting time. Um,
Yeah, if they're hugging Book Maker again, I know it.
Colonel said Echoes never won. Yeah, and my character didn't win from Echoes either. Colonel, you need to fix that. Um, okay, interesting. And then of course, Game Master of the Year, you're up against Colonel Dio and Daisy. If Colonel beats you again, Gloria, how is your friendship going to suffer?
Oh, I'm gonna double down on making fun of them.
There you go. There you go. Game Master. We need a category that's Game Master. Um, yeah, that I this is that's I love if Colonel wins a third time. Oh my god, I need you to win though. I need a Gloria win. I just need one. So make
We
that
can do it
happen,
next
folks.
year. Give Colonel the three in a row before I take it.
Well, damn. How do you feel about that, Colonel? How do you feel about winning 3 times in a row, Colonel? I know you love that. No, he just said no. And you're also nominated. I think your final nomination is for best level up for what is called the Dick dot dot dot. I mean the Saber of Light. I'm going to let me find
I
this.
don't remember that one.
I don't either. Hang on, 2025. I hope I wrote this to the right folks. Gloria. Okay, we're going to download this now and post this here. Oh,
Oh,
it's, why don't you
yep.
describe it for
Spaceballs.
the folks?
Um, I don't remember who nominated it, so I'd have to ask them why they did it. But we were talking about Star Wars. I brought up Spaceballs, I believe it was. So I posted that image to show people what the hell I was, because I know people know what I'm talking about, like to show the representation of it because it was funny for the joke.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, I think that's one of the final fight scene, and the joke is that those are meant to be dicks.
Of
So
course, of course.
I love it. That movie's amazing. I need to watch it again.
So you have 3 helis. Where in your residence, in your small studio apartment, do you keep your helis?
In the pantry. I don't got any other shelves yet.
Just in the
I'm too poor.
you
I'm
just
a broke college student. Do you expect me to have shelves?
you just open a drawer in this. Um, what heli have you lost in the past 2 years that you wish that you hadn't, if any?
Mm, It's an excellent question.
And that doesn't. And some folks get confused about this because it doesn't mean that you wish that the winner had lost. It just means like, oh, I wish I'd won that one.
Yeah. Hmm. Trying to remember. I think it's probably one of the TTRPG ones last year.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember which ones had one though.
So last year, here, let me see. Let me pull up. I just
So I
deleted.
think it was like best cast,
Yes,
maybe.
best cast. Yeah, best cast winner. You won in best cast. Um, so Rise of the Rune Lords. Although you could have wanted MSK or Calamity Reborn to also win.
Yeah, Kagurami, I really feel like deserved it.
Yeah. Okay. What heli did you win in the past couple years that you did not think that you would, but you did?
Best new member.
Oh, there you go. Very good one. Fantastic. What helis do you want to win this year?
I wouldn't say no to best campaign with Wrath. I wouldn't be surprised if it finishes this year, but I also would be surprised if it goes on to next year.
Okay.
Um, best character, Alexander. Give him second year. He did like I think he does deserve it after the send off we had with that game.
Ooh. There's only been, I think. Oh, it's me. This is my sneaky way of bringing up my accomplishments. No, I think I'm the only one who's won for the same character twice. So come join us. Come join us in the cool kids circle.
Well, so here's the question: is that in one campaign, or do you count that in multiple?
It is in. That's fair. That's a fair question. You would, if someone had a character that was in multiple campaigns and won multiple times, that would be the first time that's ever happened.
Okay, because Alexander is a very good shot of that.
There we go. Um, so next question. Oh yes. So how many? You have to stake your claim now. If you had to bet, how many do you think you will win in 2025? How many Hellies?
Probably about the same as I got this year, 2 to 3.
2 to 3. Okay. Who hasn't won a Helly yet? Who should win, or who
Uh,
hasn't won a certain category that you think you should win? You could take either question.
feel like, hmm, I really can't think of anything. I'd say probably Monica with best event
Oh, okay. I like this. I do. I
because
That event is incredible.
I personally do think he deserved it last year. So
I think so. As someone who won that category, I also agree. I voted for Monica. I voted for Monica. So yeah, it is. Yeah, I agree. Vote Monica. Monica should win things. That's dedication. All right, Gloria. Who has too many Hellies?
you,
How dare you? How dare you?
Dio should have more.
After you called me gorgeous. How dare you? Um, Now make CD said ha. Um, make any Helly prediction for this year. Anything.
Mm, I think genuinely Colonel best GM. He end of Rise. I think he plans on starting Echoes back up, which we've already planned to be a fun game.
Yes.
If we get to it, Return should also be a very good game. So
Nice. Nice.
I
Nice.
genuinely do think he has one of the best shots of getting it this year.
And out
The
of
main contender, I would say, is Dio.
okay, all right. Out of everyone who has joined this year so far, and I can remind you if you don't know, who do you think is going to has the best chance of winning best new member?
I'm honestly not familiar
That is fair.
enough with the new members yet.
That's
There's
fair.
too many to keep track of.
There's too many to keep track of. That's true. We recently had our Lucifer Lifetime Achievement Award recipient, Ama Kitten, say something nice about Ama Kitten and or Kitten Andros.
They're, say, one of my best friends here on the server. Genuinely love spending time with them, like every day, pestering them with everything and everything that I've got.
So cute.
So,
So,
love you, Coda.
oh, cute. Do you have any advice for someone who has just joined New Hell City?
Don't be afraid to just dive in head first. I mean, like, obviously, if you aren't comfortable, ask people, talk with them, figure out, how does RP work, how does TTRPG work, but don't be afraid to start doing them.
Love what are your
Or
goals?
even just simply,
Oh, go
sorry, go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, even outside like the RP and TTRPG, don't be afraid to just jump into conversations and talk with people.
Yes. Yes, we're all friendly. It really speaks to how mean internet spaces are because I'll get DMs being like, "Oh, just like, I hope everyone's really nice." And I'm like, "Oh, we're all disgustingly nice here. It's gross how nice we
We're only mean to you if you're mean first,
are."
or if we love you enough.
What are your goals for this year in New Hell City of 2025?
Honestly, try and spread a little bit more hope, especially in human politics, Temple of Fire. I want to start going in, and I think I've talked with the mods about this, like quotes. Where would I share like inspirational quotes? I've got a list. It's just a matter of refining the list and then start posting them weekly. So I
Love it.
genuinely think like we need to know what's going on, but at the same time, we also need to remember to take breaks. Remember, it's not all doom and gloom. Like there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So
Yes. Oh my gosh, this is our leader, y'all. This is our leader. Um. Anyway, Coda. So, by the way, now we're in the fan question section. So, if you have a question, query, or scuttlebutt, or something, for Gloria, please ask in the chat. Coda ask, what was your first impression of New Hell City?
Um, no offense, bunch of insane people. Just because like
That's a compliment.
when I first got dragged in here by Colonel, I was seeing everybody talk, and it's like, okay, there's a lot of stuff going on. Y'all are insane. I'm gonna keep to my corner. It was just I struggle with entering and integrating into new communities, so
That's fair. CD asked, what's the most fun channel to hang out in for you?
mm, human politics.
That is a wild answer, and I love it. Um, and then CD says the channel you hate the most.
Mhm. Excellent question.
We all have one. Even I do.
I mean, like I've turned off the pains but promotions, honestly.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Even just seeing it like kind of annoys me, so
It's everyone's least.
nothing against people using it, it's just yeah.
It's everyone's least favorite channel. Coda asked, "Did you lie to Fire when they said they were pretty today? Why would she lie?"
No.
Oh, yeah. See. How about that, Coda?
I just didn't speak the whole truth.
That's it. Uh. Wait, I have a question. What is a TTRPG character that you've never played before that you would like to try? Like it could be
Mm,
rank, class, personality type.
yeah, it's a great question. Oh, I do have one actually. One that I made, oh Jesus, 2 years ago now. She's a bard that, and I should know, like, I actually started developing this character before my A game had cracked. So this is actually really fucking funny to me. But she is a bard that worships the Pathfinder's Sapphic Thruple pantheon.
I love. Yes.
But like
Wait.
that is genuinely the best way to describe them. Is Sapphic Thruple pantheon.
Um. CD asks a very spicy question up top. Member or members who annoy you the most? You are free to answer that or
I
not if you don't want to. It's up to you.
uh I can't think of anybody off the top of my head that like annoys me consistently. Like everybody annoys me in some way, shape, or form every day, but it's like
Preach.
nobody consistently enough for me to say that they're the most annoying.
Preach. Coda asks, what type of one shot or short form campaign would you like to do?
I have one that I've been developing over the past 6 months, yeah, not 6 years, 6 months to a year, in the Halo setting.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to be able to. That's the one I've been wanting to run. It's meant to take place right at the start of the Covenant War in the Halo. I don't know how much you know about Halo. Guessing not much, but
No.
it's meant to take place on the first planet that gets invaded and last. So,
Okay. I actually have played enough Halo to know what you're talking about.
yep.
Bam.
The planet Harvest, I believe that's what it's called. It's been a second.
Hell yeah. Um, Fire Demon asks, the cast of Wrath and the cast of Kingmaker get into a melee brawl. Who is winning? Who's
Oh, this is 100% Wrath.
really?
Um, so the thing is, they're both on an equal level, roughly, when it comes to character level. But Wrath has some cheat abilities. They are also on the mythic track, which basically makes them into gods by the end of it. And they're already a third of the way through it. So,
Okay.
like, no offense to the Kingmaker cast, but they stand no chance. They lost their chance before, at the time book one ended.
Wow. Okay. Um, uh, Fire Demon can't number questions correctly, but Fire Demon also asks, how do we kidnap you into the RP section?
I actually was part of the RP section for a little bit at the end of 24.
Then how do we kidnap you for the RP
Um,
section?
it really would just be a matter of finding a good story. all the ones that have been running, no offense to anybody, like they're all like the sci-fi, more modern, just stuff that doesn't necessarily interest me. I'm a fantasy person,
Oh, you
so
like fantasy? That's right. You know what's
mhm.
crazy is that we used to do tons of fantasy stuff, and then like everyone stopped doing it. So maybe we should
Yeah,
bring it back.
I've got one. It's just I don't know if I want to run it or not because I just don't trust myself. So
Well,
we'll see.
if you run it, I will join. Um, I also ask your current three. I think you have three current characters, right? That you have in TTRPG. Alexander, Manny, and homegirl from Calamity.
Alika.
Yes, that's right. So they get into a melee brawl. Who is winning?
Um, Depends on if magic is allowed. I'm guessing no. If that is
Let's.
the case, Alika.
If it is allowed, who's winning?
Alexander.
Okay, good to know.
Kind of hard to beat a level 20 wizard.
Fair enough. Colonel asks, as he always asks, soup?
I like soup. But my two favorites are cheddar and broccoli from a specific restaurant in the area, local restaurant in my area, and then also a good Wisconsin cheese soup is always nice.
Wisconsin cheese soup. What is in that?
Variety of cheeses, usually some kind of jalapeno, pepper. So it's almost like yes, because it's the entire state, but no,
Cookie
it's
test,
almost
I
like
know.
a Midwest queso. Really,
Oh,
it's
yum.
usually a lot smoother than an actual queso, but it's basically just a Midwest queso.
Okay, all right. Get more questions in, folks. Colonel asks, when Halo?
When I have time.
Okay. Fire Demon asks, where would you live if you couldn't live where you live now?
Mhm. Minnesota.
And why? I'm just curious.
Good state, good people. Trust them to actually keep me safe if shit goes down.
Oh, fair enough. Um, Colonel asks, when get time for Halo?
When you stop running Saturday games forever.
Ooh, called out.
Love you, Colonel.
Called out. Um, interesting. Interesting. Get good, says Colonel. Sayori asks, favorite dessert?
Brownies.
Ooh. How do you feel about blondies?
They can be good. I have mixed opinions on them. It really just depends on what you use them with,
Fair
or
enough.
not what you use them with, but like what you make them with.
Can't ask people why they're blonde. Gonna ask, what's your favorite music?
Really depends on my mood. Lately, it's been a lot of Sabaton, like historical rock. Um, I also do like I don't know if punk is the right word, but more of like I guess like extremist music, leftist extremist music is also really nice sometimes. So,
Okay. Okay.
like Tom Morello, he makes a lot of good songs. I like some of those his stuff. So,
Okay. I ask, what are your top three favorite video games?
mm, Doki Doki Literature Club, number one. Number two is I was say Breath of the Wild. Number three is Skyrim.
Oh, okay. Um, I'll ask Colonel's question first. What is your favorite campaign you've ran?
Wrath.
Ooh, okay.
Although I know that's going to be toppled here in the next year or two once Wrath is done. So,
If you could turn one video game into a TTRPG, which would you and why?
uh, Skyrim. Well, I say Skyrim, like the Elder Scrolls in general, just because like I really do want to run a game in that setting, and there is no actual dedicated system to it. So sitting here having the pain of having to design my own things is not fun.
That's fair. I also ask if you could do a crossover episode with another current or past NHG TTRPG, which and why? And that goes for either Wrath or Kingmaker.
Mm,
Kingmaker would be hard because it's like in a totally different setting than everyone else's, sort of.
right. Well, so Kingmaker, Wrath, and Rise are all same setting, but they're all different parts, different time periods.
All
So,
right.
I would say Wrath and Rise, honestly. I
All right.
really do
Okay.
think the characters there would be they'd get along enough, but also enough tension to make it fun, but also they would all just have fun fucking murdering demons left and right. I feel like,
That's great.
or
Um,
excuse me, not demons, perfectly innocent people who are just trying to live their lives.
sure. Perspective, yeah. Um, I ask, what is the hardest part about being a GM?
Sorry, I was laughing at Coda. I would say genuinely just trying to keep myself from doubting myself.
Mm,
Like I think I've talked with this. I'll say it out here. I don't mind at this point. I've talked with this with my Coda, Colonel, Onyx, and Dio before. I genuinely every single week have some kind of thoughts like I should end this game. This game isn't going good. I hate it, and just those thoughts that I absolutely hate dealing with.
oh, I hear you. Ah, the voices.
Yep,
Capital
the
letters.
voices.
The voices. Any other questions? Otherwise, I will ask my final question because I've been on a roll. I've been asking great questions to Gloria. Any other questions? Ask about her art, her clothes. Gloria's a fashionista too. I see Sayori typing. Sayori's got something. I can feel it. It's about to happen. Gloria, I mean, Sayori asks, what's a Hellion you're not close with that you would like to be and why? Oh, interesting.
I can't really think of anybody. Like all the people that how do I word this? All the people I like enough to be close friends with, I already am.
There you go.
And all the people that I don't necessarily want to be close friends with, but I still want to be friendly with, I already am as well. So
There you
I
go.
really can't think of anybody.
There you go. Minnie, do you have a question? Do you have a question for our previous best new member? Nah. Okay. See, now I want to think of a ten. I'm trying to make my 10th question good. Oh wait, Coda's got something. Coda's got something. Coda's typing fast. I can see them through the screen. Typing very, very, very fast. Misspelling words. I had a question the dad called me for chili and I forgot everything.
Mood.
Fine.
Absolute mood.
Final question. Feelings on chili?
So
Oof.
the chili I always have is one that people wouldn't call chili, but I do like it. So
All right. Well, explain it. What is it? Now I want to know.
it's more or less the same things, but we also integrate noodles into it, so it's almost more of like a pasta of sorts, if that makes sense. Like a lot of, yep, there it goes.
Noodles in chili is
We use
wild.
elbow macaroni specifically.
This is the most scandalous thing that's ever been said on the podcast. I, I, I can't believe this. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that is spaghetti, Gloria. I have to say.
No, it really isn't. Goulash is a more accurate term here.
Gosh, I mean, gorgeous idea, but that's spaghetti. Wow, we're about to fight. We're all about to. This is about to be the melee brawl that we're having. Okay, fair enough. All right, you survived the fan questions. Before we send you on your way, we're going to ask you a series of rapid fire questions. You're going to answer as quickly as you possibly can. Do you think you're up to this task? It's 27 questions.
Let me grab a quick drink.
There you go. You can do this. I
All right,
believe
now
in
I am.
you. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Here we go. What are you terrible at?
Being myself.
What are you amazing at?
Being myself.
What's your favorite thing to do?
Play video games, talk with friends.
What's your least favorite thing to do?
Do homework.
Do I look gorgeous today?
50% certainty of yes.
Name something you would set on fire.
Half the United States.
You have to pack up your stuff today and go live with one Hellion. Who is it?
Coda.
You have to switch lives and bodies with one Hellion for a day. Who is it?
Deal.
Which Hellion would you want to cook for you?
No opinion.
You have to commission a portrait of yourself. Which Hellion do you hire to draw you?
Deal.
You're commissioning someone to write the story of your life. Who do you get to write your biography?
Max.
Which Hellion are you taking on your zombie apocalypse team? Which Hellions, I should say.
Coda Deal, Colonel Monica. And Onyx.
That was fast. That's the fastest time we ever had that question. Anyway, what's your favorite word?
Hope.
What's your least favorite word?
Despair.
Why are video games so hard?
Because you suck at them.
Why is anime so confusing?
Because you suck at reading and watching stuff.
What is something you're obsessed with that everyone else should be obsessed with too?
Creating their own worlds.
What noise or sound do you love?
YouTube video in the background, doesn't matter which one.
What noise or sound do you hate?
Revving of a car.
What's your favorite smell?
Ice cream or pizza.
What's your least favorite smell?
Cabernet.
What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck.
What makes your brain tingle?
Politics, designing my own world, friends who love me,
What makes your brain shut down?
sleep.
That's a great answer. What? That's an excellent answer. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Public state worker.
What profession would you not like to attempt?
Public politician.
And finally, when you get to hell, what would you like Satan to say to you when you arrive at the fiery gates?
Good job, kiddo.
Gloria, you are a model guest. You are an excellent, excellent interview. And I think we all made the right choice for best new member in 2023. I think we can all agree on that. Um, Gloria, where can people find you in NHC? Where do they stalk you?
Um, if it's game night, so if it's a Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday, you can find me down in the respective chats in TTRPG. Otherwise, you can usually find me in Human Politics as your best shot. I've not been active in Best Circle lately, but I'm usually at least lurking there, so you can always send me a message there as well. So,
Love that. If folks want to join one of your games, is there something coming up? Is there something now?
so right now there's the plans for one shots, which when I announce them, that will be open. I don't know how many people I'll be accepting. It really just depends on interest. But also, right now, the TTRPGs I have are closed. I don't see any need to bring in more people. Think I do have plans for more campaigns coming up, though I'm gonna be waiting until another campaign stops, probably Wrath. And then, of course, there is always the slim chance I actually start the RP I've got planned.
I think we should make that a really strong choice. Please launch your RP when you're ready. I'm so excited about it. I want to
Yeah,
join it.
I have kind of the rough idea for the story. It's just a matter of confidence.
It's Gloria. DM me whenever you want to. I will hype you up. I want that Gloria RP
Thank you.
as soon as possible, and I will. I don't even like
Yeah.
fantasy settings, but I will get into it. I will do
Well,
research.
what first thing is it's a completely custom world, so all the research is on me.
Okay. I mean,
Second
I'm.
thing is I call it fantasy. It's more honestly leaning towards steampunk, if kind of.
Oh,
It's
I know this.
imagine like 17th, 18th century Europe. That's roughly where we're doing it in. So,
Okay. Are we giving like Dishonored
uh,
vibes?
not quite that advanced.
Okay.
So I say steampunk. It's not like complete steampunk, but it's kind of where you would start it. It's like the steam engine is just being invented,
We
or it's
have
about to be invented.
we have never had an RP in that even close in that era. So you would
Yeah.
be yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be
I'm trying to
great.
think of a good. Dishonored is a little advanced for it.
Okay. I'm trying to
Trying
think
to
of other
think of a good
steampunk
game
things. Name some steampunk things
because
in chat.
like I say steampunk, like I said, it's the steam engine hasn't been invented yet, but it's kind of the beginnings of it, right?
Are we
Like
going with
within
like
this,
historically accurate? Are we doing like
No, it's gonna be it. There's magic and all that
Okay.
jazz.
Okay. Colonel says
Um,
Bioshock Infinite.
no, that's still too
It's
advanced.
still too advanced.
It's so. Do you know like 17th century Europe? Kind of like
Yes.
the gun is starting to proliferate. You're starting to see the centralization of power. That's where we are. The steam engine hasn't been invented yet.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, I don't think there's a video game equivalent to that. I think the closest would be Assassin's
No.
Creed, whatever the London one was, but before that time. But okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, what is it like? Is it Unity?
No, Unity was France. It was the one after Unity. The
Is like
the one with
no.
the sister and brother. That one.
I'm not actually really
Syndicate.
played Assassin Syndicate. Yeah,
That's right.
Syndicate. I think like those games like that time period, the 1700s,
Okay.
is it's about a century above where I would put it, but at same it's roughly where it is technologically. So
Okay, well, I'm telling you right here now when we get off this podcast, I'm going to go to Pit Crew and go make a character so I have it ready because I am very much into this. Very, very, very
yeah,
much into
I
this.
do want to start running it because the next TTRPG campaign I want to run is set in the same world, and I want those events in the RP to at least have started to occur before it begins. Because what
Yes.
happens in the RP influences what happens in the campaign. So
Motherfucker, I am into that. I'm into that. Oh, okay.
I think I've talked about having an RP and a TTRPG that kind of combine, and this is where that's been going.
Yes, please. Okay, I need this. I would need this right now. I mean, whenever you're ready, but now,
Yeah, of
you know. Amazing. Well, Gloria, thank you for being the most amazing guest and Hellion ever.
course.
We appreciate you, and we love you. And tell the kids bye.
Bye, everyone.